As if right on cue, the markets are driving about 750 points today. And I just released that video about how I'm expecting the market crash. And I'm not saying this is it, but I do believe this is a start of it because there's so much uncertainty right now with all these tariffs. Things are going a little bit nuts. And the unemployment rate is not that much higher, but the job creation numbers came out this morning, very low, less than expected. And they revised down the previous couple of months by a total of about 280,000 jobs. So it's something big. And then you have a lower than expected number now. Unemployment rate is ticking up a little bit. It'll accelerate. Wage growth is declining. I'll show you these charts from CNBC. Here's a chart of monthly job creation. Here's a chart of unemployment. This is a chart of wage growth. And this morning, Amazon, one of the Magnificent Seven, came down 7% on bad earnings numbers. The July job creation was expected to be 100,000 jobs. They got 73,000, so 27% less, or however you want to calculate it. But the thing is, and everybody always argues about whether we're in a recession or not, like a light switch, on or off, like it matters, and it doesn't. You can clearly see that the economy is in a period of recession. That's all you need to know. And then you base your decisions, your actions on that, and you just try and predict how far down it's going to go. And my prediction, as you saw in the last video, is that it's going to go down a lot further from here. Not necessarily starting today. And I made a big put options trade betting against the stock this very morning. If you're a subscriber to my newsletter, you know what it was. And this one's already up about 36% since this morning. That particular stock has got a long way lower to go after the strength that it had. But also, I want to say something about that too, in the same sense. A lot of these gold mining companies that I always talk to you guys about, they've been doing so well, and all of a sudden they are taking a breather across the board. And a lot of people are concerned. And that's what I do is when somebody asks a question, I answer it. When I start getting the same question from a lot of people, even my daughter's like, what's wrong with this stock? Or what's wrong with ASM? It's nothing wrong with it. It's not a company specific risk. I always tell you, but it's like a flock of birds. It's market specific risk, not company specific risk. And you can tell that because when you go to Barrick Gold, Avino Silver Mines, you go to Newmont Mining, and they all dropped recently, last week or so. It's just a blowback. You inflate so much, and it's done so well, a little bit of profit taking. It's to be expected. And when you see that stock went up really high, and it comes back and takes a breather, and the reverses start going higher again, that is an absolutely bullish indicator, bullish sign that means that this move higher is not done, and it's not. Spoiler alert. I tell you that for decades now. Last I checked, gold prices today were up $55 an ounce. And people are thinking that, okay, it came up to about $3,350 and maybe that's sort of the top, maybe $3,500 is the ceiling. It will eventually break through that. When you see something, even a stock, and it's trying to get somewhere and it falls back and then it just reverses and keeps on going back to where it was going in the first place, that's how you know that you are on the right train. As always, this is a time, I've been telling you this for a long time now, I want you guys to consider getting out of all the Magnificent Seven, such as like Amazon that dropped 7% today, and avoiding a lot of the other stocks that are out there, anything overvalued. And I'm focusing just on specific profitable oil mining or oil producing companies and certain gold and silver mining stocks. And if you want to see my whole portfolio, every trade I make, that's available for everybody who's a subscriber to the Peter Leeds newsletter. And I want to welcome all the new people. We're getting a lot of people getting even just the Peter Leeds app. And it's such a good thing to see because I know that I am helping some of you. It means a lot to me because I have a really high risk tolerance, and sometimes I'm playing around and throwing money around. But to some people, you're on the same boat where it's like you don't want to just take a chance on something and lose half of your money. You have to be so careful right now. The way to do that is to not listen to anything that anybody's telling you in the politics. Don't listen to anything that anybody's telling you on the financial media, CNBC, nothing. Just listen to me. Gold will continue to climb higher as long as the dollar continues to devolve. The dollar will continue to devolve as far as I can see. There's no other way to pay down the debts and expenses that we have. There used to be, and that would be borrowing money from Japan, China. They would buy our treasuries. That's no longer an option. It's quite the opposite, actually, the reversal of that. Not only they're not buying, it's been a while now, they're just getting away from the US dollar, as are all the BRICS. And you've got anybody who doesn't like the sanctions that America could put on you if you're involved with their currency, then they're going to be trying to get into another type of currency. That's where the BRICS nations dollar, I guess, comes in. And it's not live yet, but it will be. But people are talking about the reserve currency and if that's going to take over. The reserve currency right now, even though it was never a decision, it just happened because of the power of this. The reserve currency right now across the world is gold. It's trusted, understood, it's a commodity. So you'll get the same amount of money for it of the same purity in Siberia as you will in Denmark. One of the questions I got was, should I buy physical gold or physical silver or both? Physical silver will do better than gold, except unless they revalue gold, in which case silver would still do well. So what I said that I've done every time almost is you buy a couple of coins of gold, however much you want, whatever's good for you, and then buy some silver at the same time. And that way you have both, because you're going to trade a bit differently, but silver is the better play from this moment, unless they revalue gold. I hope that makes sense, because I always feel when I talk that I'm making it so much more complicated than it is. And what I always tell you, it doesn't need to be difficult, and it's a lot easier than you think. And any one of you can do this. You can invest well. You got to believe in yourself and just know that it's a lot simpler than you think. Just get it going. Get your first good trade, and you'll see, okay, I just got to replicate that. I got to do that again. You'll understand things better. And immerse yourself in all aspects of the financial economy, because that will give you more power, like a wizard learning new spells, for what's to come, which is more opportunities than you've ever seen in your life in a short window of time. When this whole deal falls off the rails and people are all panicking and throwing the baby out with the bathwater, anybody who's paying attention and being greedy, then you wind up landing on your feet on the other side. Millionaires, man, I told them the Great Depression was a massive millionaire maker. Now, don't make me look like I'm a liar here. You guys make this happen, okay? We are going to take the next 6 months, not even, maybe 3 months, and completely change our lives, our financial outlook, because of your positioning. You might say, well, I've only got this much invested, but then if you do things right, this much invested becomes that much invested. You're going to turn a small amount of money into a small fortune. People are doing it. And we've even had a few people very recently, and there will be a lot more of people who've made over $1 million in profits trading some of the stocks that I told you about, the Peter Leeds approved precious metals miners. And now the play is not the gold mining companies, even though they're going to go higher, maybe in the short term, anything can happen. But longer term, the one that's going to do the best, unless they revalue gold, will be silver. Silver mining companies are going to explode. And a lot of the thing is, too, you usually have a mine and it's got silver, but they're also digging up gold. They're digging up gold, they're also finding silver. It's a byproduct. And you don't think of it that way. You don't go, I'll buy a silver mine or I'll buy a gold mine. They're all mines. They all are profitable if they're just taking everything valuable out of the ground that they're digging up. So you could take a little bit of exposure to gold and silver, sometimes by buying whatever silver mine or whatever gold mine. It'll give you exposure to both, and copper. All right, this is a short one today, guys. Please subscribe to the channel, and I ask you to click like, and because you're going to do that for me, value for value, the key to any business, your value is that you're going to click on the like for me and us and the algorithm. And then as a gift for you for doing that, I'm going to show you one of my favorite viral videos that I love so much. It's got nothing to do with investing in the stock market, and I cannot stop watching it.